What up? It's your boy, Card Game Crip, and I'm gonna open a box of shard bugs because I haven't opened a whole box of stuff in a while, and I got commissioned from shard bugs to make a box opening. Or no, I got commissioned by shard bugs to make some gameplay videos, and I figured that I could make some box openings, or a box opening, to go with it as well. So we're gonna open some shard bugs. I can talk a little bit about how I was a playtester for the first set and how the playtesting meta differed from the actual game. And I can just talk about the game because I've actually played it, unlike other box openings where people, you know, start opening stuff and they just go, hold on, I'll show you how they go. I don't know anything about this game, but we're just gonna look at the art. We got the bomber botfly, we got the bottle cap shield, we got a big apple. Oh man, look, he got a knob shine. But yeah, so just from these three cards, actually, these three commons, we have some interesting things here. We have the bomber botfly, which is just an unaligned bug. I have a how to play video for this if you somehow stumbled onto this video and you're like, I don't know anything about this game, so you can go watch that if you wanted to. Bomber botfly is an unaligned bug, so you can play it in any deck. Doesn't give you any win points because it's sort of like Lorcana where you need to get 20 points to win, and this is the win points. But it does draw you a card when this card is splat. And that means when it's sent to the graveyard, the splat zone, and it doesn't matter from where. It could be from your hand, it could be from the board, it could be from your deck straight to the splat zone. Whenever this gets into the discard pile, you draw a card, and that's pretty good. Then the second card we have is Bottle Cap Shield. This is actually something I've seen on a lot of the weekly league topping lists because it gives something, it's basically just an equip card. It gives something +2 defense, and that's pretty big because one of the factions in this game has a built-in removal effect that you can use every turn, and I believe it does 3 damage, so giving something +2 defense gets it over that. Then we have Big Apple. This is also a card that I don't think anybody ran in the playtesting, but once Mars with the removal effect got popular, this kind of came into prominence because he's just got a big old shell, and that's pretty good. Got Black Ranger Ants. I don't think I've seen them too much. Make your opponent discard a card when you play it. That's kind of decent, but only 1 defense. And only 1 devotion. Ooh, I forgot what that stat's called. That didn't even help. Yeah, it's devotion. Battle Strategist. When you play it, you gain a devotion. That's pretty cool. Then we have Acid Rain. This is like the only mass removal card in the game, except it only does 1 damage. So it kills Black Ranger Ants and not much else. Ooh. Then we have Adventurous Earthworm for our second uncommon. And this is a really cool card because it has +1 devotion value. I guess that's just what the number is called. If you have another worm. So this already gets you 2 for 2, so that's pretty good. But then if you have another worm, it's 3 devotion, and you need 20 to win, so you can get there pretty fast. Then we have Antonio the Exiled. Another great staple unaligned card because this is the same thing. When it's splat, draw a card or gain 2 devotion. He's probably just, I've seen 4 of this guy in a lot of lists. He's just a good card. I'm gonna have to separate out the uncommons, the commons, etc. And then I see a shiny card back here. What do we got? Is it gonna be a rare or is it gonna be a super rare or what? We have, oh wow, no, that's just a rare. I thought that was a super rare. We have Della the Tyrant King. When this bug deals damage to an enemy's devotion, you gain devotion equal to the devotion lost by that enemy. Now, I haven't seen this in a bunch of lists, but I can see how this is good because you just, you know, it's like lifelink, sorta, where that it deals damage and it heals you. Except it's sort of like the other way around. When you deal damage, you get healed. Anyway, then, oh shit. This is like the secret rare, isn't it? Did we just secret rare on the first pack? What the heck? So this is the secret rare Mars Cosmic Avatar that I was talking about earlier. You can pay 3 with him, and once per turn, deal 3 damage to target bug. Sorry, my lighting might be shining really hard. That's, well, good thing I picked this box for the video, I guess. We just got the gold star rare on the first try. All right, now I'm not gonna pull anything good from the rest of the box. If I had a super rare chase card every time I think I've pulled a super rare chase card,
I'd have like 3, which isn't very many, but it's really funny that every time I pull like a once per box card, I think it's like a super ultra rare card, because this is a once per box card, which is still pretty crazy to hit on the first pack, but I think it's like insane pulls, and it's not really.
I don't even have any sleeves or anything to put these in right now. I don't think them staying on the table is going to hurt them, but that's kind of crazy. We also have this box topper pack, which gives you 8 Cosmic Avatar tokens and a prize card. So this is so if you want to draft a Mundo the game. We're not drafting it. I guess I'll open it last. We're just going to keep going through cards, talking, saying words, pulling the secret rare on the first pack. It's just how it is. Sugar water, 1 cost. Look at top card of your deck. You can put it on the top or bottom and then draw a card. It's just deck cycle. There's not a whole lot of card draw in this game. At first I thought this was like a mandatory put max copies of, but as I played it some more, it kind of doesn't do anything for you, really.
Nah, it's a pretty good card in Mars, for real, for real.
Ooh, this one's pretty good. Horrible Hematologist. This is another Luna card. It's a worm, so it works with our adventurous earthworm that we have here. And he's got that he can tap to target an enemy and they lose a devotion and you gain 1 a devotion. You gain a 1 a devotion, you know what I'm saying? But he it's pretty decent. I've seen him in some top lists. Haven't seen him in a whole lot, but I think I liked him when I was playing Luna. I'd probably still throw a couple in there. Ooh, next we have Humbringer. This is definitely a good card for Soul. This is a 1 soul, 1 generic dust, and it has 2 devotion value, and it's a 2/2, and you can pay a soul dust, and it gains aggro until end of the turn. So if you have 3 resources available, you can play this boy out, and give it aggro, which just means it can tap and attack the turn that you play it. So you can just get two devotion out of nowhere, which is kind of what Soul is good at. They're pretty rushy-dushy. In the playtesting, everyone was on the Soul aggro train, and I'll keep talking about it the more I see of it. Lollipop Warhammer is another equip card. I don't think I've ever seen anybody play this. Equip Bug gains +2 and Stomp. So the way that these work is you pay 2 and then they're just kind of chilling on the board, and then you can pay 2 to equip it to either a beetle, a slug, or a snail, and then if that thing dies, then it just goes back to floating around on the board. So you can get some nice bonuses. I haven't ever seen people use this, but I don't doubt that you could get something off of giving something +2 attack and trample. We have another, another unaligned bug, the Diving Bell Sentry, and this one has Venom. I don't remember what Venom is. It used to be Death Touch, but then they changed it to something else. Editing me, put Venom on the screen.
Yeah, it's basically Wither from Magic the Gathering, where you put -1/-1 counters on things instead of dealing damage.
Nice, love that. Then we got Tiger Beast. Ooh, Tiger Beast I've seen in every Mars list. If you're playing Mars, then you're playing Tiger Beast. It's a 4-drop, 2 devotion value, 3/3 that has aggro, and when it's played from hand, it gets +2 attack and stomp until end of turn. Yeah, that makes sense. Way to play. That seems pretty good. Seems like a pretty good card. Twilight's Charm. Exhaust up to 2 target bugs. They don't ready the next time they would be able. This card in playtesting was bad because there's just a way better version of this card. I think it was more expensive. Maybe not. I'd have to double check. But Moonbeam was just this, but way better. So we didn't play that. It doesn't look like Luna really plays that now. Ooh, here we go. This is another good one. We have the Venomous Fangs. This is an equip card that I see as like a random one of index. Maybe not random, but you know what I mean. Equip Bug gains Venom and Focus. So what Focus does is when the Equip Bug attacks, they get to choose their blocker. So when you get the big old guys like the Tiger Beast, then put the Venom Focus on there, you can make sure that you hit what you want to hit with it. The weird thing is that you can't make tapped things block in this game. So if they've already had it out for a turn, you're probably not focusing. But otherwise, you could do that. Now for our first rare, maybe our only rare. What's this second thing? Oh, it's just a token. Okay, so that's cool that the secret rare was in the token slot and it wasn't eating up a rare slot. The one that I got in the first pack. I can't get over that. We have Toki the Brave. I've seen this in Soul List. I don't think I saw it in playtesting, but let's see what he do. Got 3 costs, 2 devotion value, 3/3. When this bug attacks, make an unaligned 2/2 Beetle Warrior token with flying that's exhausted and attacking. Maybe I did play this guy, because that seems just good. That seems good. I like that. That seems good. It seems good. All right, moving on. I'm gonna try to get the speediest box opening. Probably after a couple packs, I'll start speeding through the commons because we'll probably have most of them. This is, I'll just talk about the game and go through some of these cards unless there's something notable to say. This game is a 24 pack box, and I think that was a really smart decision. This is actually a good card to play in Luna. It's just a 2/2/2/2. I guess it costs 3, but when it's splat, you can draw a card. Not much card draw in this game. Probably want 5 copies of this. Bang, boom, at least 4 copies, you know, maybe you can get away with that. But the set size for this game is not very big. It's like slightly over 100 cards. So the 24 pack boxes make a lot of sense. Sometimes I think games do 36 packs because that's just what like Magic and Pokemon do, and it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Elestrals is kind of one where it's a 3 copy maximum game, and there's 36 packs. Oh, here's Moonbeam. Yeah, exhaust all enemy bugs on the field they don't ready at the beginning of their controller's next turn. Now this was a 4, 5, it cost 6, so it was twice as expensive as this, but it was all bugs. But the real reason that this was crazy is because of this word right here, where it says quick action, so it's an instant. So what you did is when you got to 6 mana, you'd start your turn and you just pass. And then your opponent would start their turn, they'd draw, and as soon as they go to their main phase, you Moonbeam, tap all their stuff, and it doesn't untap at the beginning of their next turn. So you get 2 full turns of all their stuff on the board just not being able to do anything. So they've errated this to not make it quick, so you can't do that. That is very reasonable. I yelled at them many times during playtesting, and it slipped through. Next, we have Morning Dew. This is another quick action that I don't super understand right now. It's just draw 2, discard 1, and that is an instant for some reason. So that's since you have all the splat effects that go off when you splat cards from your hand, then I can see where this would be a good instant later, but right now I don't think there's a whole lot you can do with it. There's no when this is splat, deal 1 damage to something. So that's probably going to be one to look out for in the future. Now we have our Blessing of Soul. Every color of the 3 has a blessing, and they're all really good. This one is pay 1, once per turn, target bug on your field gains +2 devotion value until the end of the turn. You can only have 1 blessing on your field, but they're all good. This one during testing at one point was free, so Soul Aggro was the thing to do because this didn't have a cost, and whereas Humbringer was just a common, right? And Humbringer didn't have this cost either. It just was aggro, I think 2/2/2, or it might have been 2/1, but it didn't matter because you were just playing it and immediately using it to devote anyway. And there's not really a whole lot of instant quick actions that can stop you, so you're just doing that thing. Moving right along, Water Balloons. This is a very memey card. It's an equip card that costs 1 and it costs 1 to equip, and then you just splat the card until the end of the turn. The bug that was equipped gains tap, deal 4 damage to target bug with flying. So it's just like this random weird equip card that kills itself to give you a tap ability to deal damage to flying things, which flying things are good. There's a much more expensive card called Fly Swatter that just kills 2 flying things, and that card is very present in many decks. I always like the art on this guy. Who did this? Zipdraw? He did a good job on the FMJ. Then Gilded Sentry Ants. This is just a pretty good 2 devotion value, 2 drop for a soul. It's pretty decent. Sapphire Droid. Now this is a soul card that I don't think I saw anybody play in playtesting that ended up being pretty prevalent in the league times. Maybe because there's one player, Bucky, that's won twice, and he's running this card. It's got focus, it's got venom, and you can pay 2 to give it +1 attack until the end of the turn. I don't know how relevant that is. Bucky can comment on it if they want to. Savage Saddleback. This is a soul card that is a caterpillar, which is important. There's another card that can tutor for caterpillars, and you're probably not tutoring for this one, but I did a couple times just because I didn't play the other one for some reason, because I was stupid. We got the Shadowed Widow, another Mars card. I think people have played this. You can pay 2 to ready an enemy bug, which in basically every other game sounds insane, but this thing has focus, so you can make it a blocker and then use the venom, however that might work. Ooh, then we have a rare, which is Mr. Wheel. Your meteor bugs cost 1 less to play. That seems pretty decent. Seems pretty decent. Ooh, oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. So you always get a rare, and then the super rares and secrets are the cards after that in the token slot. That's super dope. This is Jofiel? Hofiel? I don't know how to say his name. The Monarch. He's probably the coolest one out of the three. Each faction has a 2-star super rare kind of thing, and they're all like these big expensive guys that are kind of not worth it. But this one taps and it says at the end of your turn, gain 1 devotion for each unaligned bug on your field. Normally, unaligned bugs don't give you any devotion, but this and the Blessing of Soul lets your unaligned bugs get devotion, which is pretty cool. I guess I'll put them over here by the secrets up in here and keep it rolling, going. All right, Beetle Formation, get stuff +1 defense. Ooh, Acolyte of Soul is another good one. When bug is played from hand, target bug gains +2 devotion value until end of turn. Another way to make your little unaligned bugs or tokens have devotion for the turn. This guy's pretty good. Then we have the Acorn Helm, which is a worse version of the bottle cap shield from earlier. It doesn't cost anything to play. It costs 1 to equip. It gives +1 defense. But since there's not a whole lot of card draw in this game, it's probably better to just play the one that gets you the 2 defense, and that probably clears you of, the troubling Mars effect a little bit easier. Ooh, good. This is a good one too. Amazonian Giant. It can block up to 2 bugs, and it's just a big 4/4. So bigger than Mars, good to just block attackers. So I guess I should probably explain. In this game, if you attack, you can decrease your opponent's devotion value. You're trying to get to 20, but sometimes you can attack your opponent and decrease theirs. Grease Weevil, Banana Bastion. Here's another interesting one. This bug gains +3 attack while equipped. So it's a 1/5 that costs 3, but if you equip it with any old cheap thing, like if we put the Acorn Helm on it, then suddenly it's a 4/6. I'm sure as the sets go on, which the second set drops at the end of September.
It's actually out right now. I'm slow.
There'll be more equip cards to make this better. This is the Bark chest plate, Commander, Paladin, Warrior. I don't think, this is a Paladin, okay. So we can actually put the Bark chest plate on it. Gains +1 defense and +1 devotion value. I'm not sure if we want that on Banana Bastion, but we could if we really needed to. Then we got the Boobly Mancer. I remember playing this guy. He's just a 3-cost 2 devotion for soul. When this bug is splat, you can pay 1 to gain 1 devotion. It's just, and he's got hard shell, which means if he's blocking, he's +1 defense. He's pretty good. Ooh, that's a good one. For the Cause, this is like a one of that a lot of people play. Cost 7, splat your hand, then gain devotion equal to the number of cards that were splat this way. So you can just get rid of your hand to gain, a couple devotion out of nowhere. Maybe close the game out with that. That's pretty good. I don't know. People try to make decks around For the Cause. I'm not sure how. They're not super successful, but they're fun. It's one of the fun, casual type decks. Next, we got Cloth Moth. This is your best 1-drop in Luna because it's just a mana dork. You tap it and you gain a Lunar Dust. So you definitely want 5 of those if you're playing Lunar. We got Bee. This bug gains +1 defense for each bee in your hive. There's not a whole lot of bees in the first set, so this is another one of those cards where the more bees there are, this will probably get better, even though I have seen people run it. Ooh, this is the solo best 1-drop. We got 1 drop, 2 devotion value, 2 defense, and hard shell. So on defense, it has 3 health, and it's gonna get devotion. You play it and you start racking up those points. Then we got the Cedar Sanctifier. I don't think I've seen that one too often. Bring the Doom, splat target support card. So if you want to get rid of your opponent's blessings, which that was a rare, so it would be in this pile. If you want to get rid of your opponent's blessings, you're probably going to have to play For the Doom, Bring the Doom. For the Cause, Bring the Doom. Maple Leaf Cape, Mechanized Tortoise, pretty good 2-drop for the old Lunar cards because it's got focus and hard shell, and it's another 2 devotion, so you can keep up the pressure. Luna's kind of a mid-range compared to some of the other 2, where Mars is more of a heavy control kind of thing, and Soul is a little more aggro leaning. Ah, here we go. This is the aggro leaning for sure, because this is Woolly Bear. It costs 2, and it generates 2 when it's in your hive. So another, any card is resource game. Probably too late, 20 minutes in, to be explaining how the resource system works. But this is just a ramp card. It gives you extra, stuff, but it does enter your hive exhausted. So this is the ideal turn, maybe 1, maybe 2 kind of play. Just early, you want to drop the Woolly Bear, but you can only have, oh my gosh, I saw my next card. I saw what it was. And it's the Black Locust, baby. Look at that. It's the Black Locust. It gives you free mana. It's an equip card. It gives you mana. It's a Black Locust. Yeah, so this is a free card that equips for free, and if you equip it, you can splat it and gain 2 generic resources. So, I mean, you run 2 of this. You run 2 of this. It's free. It's Black Locust. It's free. Run 2 of it. That's what you do. And Woolly Bear, yeah, you run 3 of that if you're playing Soul. 20 minutes. Let's pick up the pace a little bit. I think I've gone through most of the cards. I say as I get a card I've never got. This is the other Luna 1-drop. People don't really play it. Gold Field Dance, good 1-drop for Soul. Another Cloth Moth, that's cool. Ooh, Desert Locust. This is a really good card for Mars, because they're kind of playing the grind game. And when you play this from your hand, you get another one and put it in your hand. So, I mean, it's kind of almost a gadget from Yu-Gi-Oh! Except there's not 3, there's just 1, but it's a pretty good card. Only has 1 devotion value though, that's kind of sad, but it does have aggro, so it can attack. Very aggressive, even though aggressive attacking doesn't really win you the game in this game, but it can set your opponent back and make them very angry. Got Big Slug, got Hive Sneak. A lot of people played this card in Luna. I don't think I played it in playtesting, but it's pretty good. When it's splat, make a 3/3 unaligned worm token with tunneling. Because it costs 3, 1 devotion value, not great, 2/2. So you can put it on attack duty or defending duty, and then when it dies, it just turns into a big worm. Wormy boy. Kitchen Thieves. This bug gains +1 attack and +1 defense for each item on your field. I haven't seen a whole lot of this one either, but this is one of those cards where just, it scales. There's probably going to be a point where it's pretty decent. Then we got Mysterious Merchant. Oh, it goes perfectly well with this, except for this is a Luna card and this is a Soul card. When you play this one, you search your deck for an item and put it in your hand. That's not great. Well, maybe it's fine. It's fine. I think I've seen people play that. I don't know why I said it wasn't great. And then we have the Worm token, the 3/3 unaligned Worm token. Get it, gotta get the pack, So these gameplay videos hopefully will go over well. I have brought in a friend that is well versed in the Magickas, and so I'm hopefullying that it'll transfer over well into this game. We got another Venomous Fangs. We need another Tiger Beast. That's pretty good. Twilight Charm. Luna, Cosmic Avatar. I'm gonna guess the ones in the starter decks aren't foil and these are foil. I guess that's my rare. So the Cosmic Avatars do have abilities. Yes, I already said that because we already pulled the Mars Secret Rare in the first pack. Yes, I'll mention it again. This one is pay 1. Once per turn, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, and you can put them on the top or the bottom in any order. So this Luna is just a constant peek to see what your next card is, to see if you want that. It'd be cool in the future if we got some Luna cards that when you look at cards, you can reveal them, and then if they're revealed, they do things revealed from the deck. That could be cool. Ribbon Leech, it gains +1 devotion value for every other Ribbon Leech. I think at one point this card had better stats. Maybe it was worse stats. I don't know. This card did change, but I still don't see it. So there's probably something to be done. Ooh, Rose Duelist. This is Mars card, a good control card, because this is the only other piece besides the Bring the Doom where you splat the support card. No, this is the only item removal. So you play this and you just tap it and splat it to kill items. That's pretty good. Nothing else does that right now. Saturn Seer, Scarab Jeweler. Items cost 1 less to play, and still I haven't seen that one very much. Scorch Field, Location. I don't think anybody really plays locations. There's only 1 per faction, and that one's just not great. Oh, here earlier I was talking about the Soul card that searched your deck for a Caterpillar, and this is it. Cost 4, 3 devotion. Oh baby, 1 attack, 2 defense, But 3 devotion value, get another card, means you're probably playing the Painted Lady. It's pretty good. Poison Gas, I don't think I've seen people play that either. We're just going to keep going. Can't go over every card.
That one's actually pretty good, though.
Rampaging Rhino, this is just a big booty guy with aggro and stomp, so he's got haste and trample. I see this in every list, probably maxed out. Then we have the Bloodworm Bishop, one of the only 2 Mars 1-drops. So we're going to be really looking into the second set to see what other 1-drops we can get, because right now Mars doesn't have a whole lot. They are very control-y, so they don't super need one. But this one, it has 2 devotion value, and it's just a 1/1, but whenever you play it, target enemy loses a devotion. So that's the old Mars way. Ooh, and then after that, oh dang, we got another super rare. I didn't even know this was a super rare. We have Dave the Hired Sword. He's got aggro, hard shell, and stomp, and other unaligned bugs gain 1/1. That's pretty good. We're up to 3 super rares. I wasn't aware of how many were in a box, so I guess we'll find out. We got the Drywood Warlock. When it's splat, your opponent gets rid of a card in their hand. I think those are pretty decent. I think the Luna ones are the best because they can splat stuff from other areas other than the board. Even though from Mars, that's probably fine. We've seen this guy before. We've seen this person before. We need 3 more of these Candy Stripe Knights. Bring the Doom. That's the thing that splats the support card. So you can get rid of the blessings. Magnifying Blast, this is our other big removal piece for if you're playing a Mars. It deals 5 damage to target bug or 2 damage to target bug in a hive. So you can get rid of your opponent's resources. People love that. People have never disliked having their resources destroyed. I imagine a lot of the time, though, you're going to be destroying the big baddies that Mars's regular ability can't deal with. Then we have some stuff that we've already seen. Tortoise, Negligent Nematode. I didn't know this was a rare. You pay 3 and you splat it and you kill a guy. So it costs 1, and then if you can find a way to give it aggro, then you can just get rid of a guy with it. I think I've seen one deck play this, or one of the winning decks, I should say. I'm sure some people have played it. I think the weekly league has gone on for 12 weeks at this point of recording, and I looked at the top deck from all of them, and also the 2K from Gen Con that they had, where Luna ended up winning. A lot of the time, Mars has been winning, but Luna, with the Moonbeam nerf, can still pull it out sometimes. Now the Painted Lady, it's a good pull. We got Antpocalypse. Make 2 1/1 and unaligned Ant Warrior tokens. Ants on your field gain +1 and aggro until the end of the turn. If your opponent's about to win and you can somehow find a way to play this and the shovel on the same turn, that only costs 12 resources. That seems pretty reasonable. Then you could get their resources down. We'll see if we ever pull the shovel, so doesn't sound like I'm a crazy person just yapping away here. But that's what I'm doing. We're at 30 minutes. I wanted this to be 20 minutes long. All right, we got Big Apple, Goldfield Ants, Gilded Sentry Ants, Glowworm Galvanizer, Flyby Ranger, Sapphire Droid. Oops, that's an uncommon. Saddleback, Sheep Widow, Bird Eater Behemoth. This is a good rare that almost everybody runs in Luna. It's got Stomp. It's just a big guy, and bugs with flying can't block this bug. So that's pretty good. And another Detail Warrior. We're just gonna keep moving along. Oh, we got Sea Tree Seer, which we have not pulled yet, and this is the other 1 meteor 1-drop that also has 2 devotion, but other than that, it's literally just a 1/1. They had to give him something, I guess. Subterranean Spit Knight. This is the Luna one where when it's splat, your opponent discards a card. But Luna actually has a lot of ways to trigger this card. Sunflowers is the only location card I actually saw. Solar bugs gain +1 defense, probably to ward off this menace, which is so funny because in playtesting, no one played Mars. Everyone thought Mars was awful. I don't think it was in the top 4 of the playtest tournament. Then we have the Boot. This is just the generic removal card. You deal X damage to target bugs, so you play X +1 and you kill something. So even later game, you can pay your whole life savings and get rid of something if you really want to. Rusty Nail was like super key in the playtest days, and it's in about 1/4 of decks these days. probably because you wanted it on your soul stuff so you could aggro and then gain devotion really fast. This is a 2/2, you can equip it to anything, and equip bug gains +1 attack, which doesn't matter, and aggro. So you play your new bug, you equip this to it, and then you do whatever you need to do with it. There's a specific card that goes with it, but I don't think we've pulled that either. Bobbit Leviathan is the other really good high-cost Luna card. It has aggro, and if it's blocked by a bug with swimming, it gains +3 attack until the end of the turn. It's just a big guy, 6 attack. And it has 2 devotion values, so if you need to use it to devote over the Mars 3 damage, then you can do so. Just a few packs left, I think. We got the Blood Hunter, we got the Bomber Botfly, we got the Bottle Cap Shield. We definitely need play sets of those. Black Ranger Ants, Beetle Formations, Mercenary Post, Acid Rain, Adventurous Earthworm, that's good. I think that's our second one of that. Shard Temple, which is meh. When this card comes into play, choose a species, so Worm, Stinger, I don't think that's what it is. B, whatever. Align bugs you control of the chosen species gain +1 devotion value. I think this would be a really cool card if it didn't have this first word on here, aligned. If it was just any bug, you give any bug +1 devotion value of the noted type. That'd be really cool, because then you could give all your ants or beetles or worms an extra 1, all the tokens, and then they're actually helping you win the game instead of just attack. Maw of the Pepper Flame, Oleander Mind Razor, Red Fighter Ants, Red Hot Hornet, Spark Ranger. Oop, this is one of the best early game. I think I said that about Clothma too. This is the other good early game Luna card. This has focus, doesn't matter when it's played from hand or hive, because in this game you can play any card as a resource, but then you can pull it out. And this does 1 damage to target enemy bug. And they added this as a keyword to the next set. It's called Plink. So you'd be plinking 1 when you play it. So you can plink off those little annoying 1 defense guys, or do some damage to where an attack would get rid of something. Spiny Swordmaster, good card for soul. No, wait, actually, this isn't the card I thought it was. You can give it +3 attack. Never mind, thought it was something else. Suka the Eldar. Now that's a good card for Mars Meteor Red. When this bug is splat from the field, gain 2 devotion. So it comes out, it's a 3, it's got 2 devotion value, it's a 3/3, it's coming out, it's swinging, and when it dies, you gain 2 devotion. Hard to go wrong there. Luna's Favored. Now here's our painted lady for Luna. When this bug is splat, you lose 1 devotion, but it is a 3 cost, 3 devotion value. Devotion value 3 is really good. There's not a whole lot of cards that have it. Even big expensive cards don't usually have 3. They usually have 1 or 2. We got the FMJ, let's see, another Desert Warlock, or Desert Locust, that's good. Then we get the Bug Brute, another Spark Ranger, that's cool, another Swordmaster. Ooh, Blessing of Luna. See, this splats the top card of your deck once per turn, draw a card. So if you use Luna's ability to look at the top card of your deck, and it is that 1 card that I was talking about earlier. If you look at the top of your deck and it's this Subterranean Spit Knight, you could put it back on top, and then you can use the Blessing of Luna to splat the top card of your deck, and then this would trigger and your opponent discards a card, and then you draw a card, so that's pretty good. I like that combination of things that you can do, and your opponent has less cards, and you have more cards. Hard to argue with that. I'm just saying words. We got water balloons. We haven't hit Fly Swatter yet, though. Where's our Fly Swatter? All in all, though, this has given us a pretty good amount of stuff. Ooh, here's a good uncommon we haven't seen yet. The Devoted Ladybug. If you tap it, you splat the bug and gain 3 devotion. That's a good target for the Rusty Nail that gives something aggro. So you just play this for 2. You use 2 to equip the nail to it, and then you just use this to gain 3. Boom, bada bing, good job. Return something to hand. Never seen anybody play that card. Bug Collection. Choose a bug in your hive. Draw a card for each bug you control that shares its species. There's some memey things you can do with Bug Collection, and then I thought that was something special. Bug Collection and For the Cause, where you splat your hand and you gain a bunch of devotion. Why is Antonio in the rare pile? Antonio, get back in the uncommons, Tony. No, we got the Big Apple. We got Acolyte of Soul, that's a good one. Got another Amazonian Giant. Hey, better refocus camera. Got Battle Strategist. We have another Antonio. We got Battle Bastion, Banana Bastion. We got Bark Chest Plate. We got Shovel. hey, that one thing that I was talking about earlier with the ants, it buffed your ants and gave them aggro. This makes 6 ants or 2 beetles or 2 worms. So you can just make whatever you want with shovel. And then I imagine there's lots of kooky combos you can do with shovel and the monarch, where the monarch gives you a devotion for every unaligned bug, and you play shovel and you suddenly have 6 unaligned bugs. We got ribbon leech, rose delight. Let's see, let's get at least to the uncommons. Moonbeam, morning dew, painted lady, love that. Mabu the Scar, this is another pretty cool art. You can pay 2 to make a 1/1 ant, so you can slowly build up your forces, unless you're in a mirror match against Sol, and then he's gonna, or not Sol, mirror match against Mars, and then he's gonna Mars the Scar before the Mars can Scar. We got the Great Earth Eater. This is pretty, I've seen this in a couple decks, it's just big attack number. Honey Alchemist, this bug does not exhaust when moving from the field to the hive. I'm sure in the future that'll do something silly. Humbringer, like that. Lollipop, Suka the Elder, like that. Tiger Beast, like that. Twilight's Charm, that's mid. Blessing of Mars, like that. The blessings are like just good cards for anybody. Anybody could be using 3 copies of their blessing. The side of my camera is just a mountain of packs now. I haven't opened a box of anything, a whole box, in quite a while. We got the Bubbly Mancer, another Devoted Ladybug, Flee from Danger. Ooh, we got a foil soul. I wonder if we'll end up getting all 3 of them as foils. I mean, I guess technically we did. We got the secret rare, Mars. What are we getting here? Another Sea Tree Seer. I feel like we've only got 2 of those. We got short printed cards. That's just a joke. I don't think there's any short printed cards. The Boot. Poison Gas, Rampaging Rhino, Rusty Nail. Oh, hey, look, just speak of the devil. We got all 3 of our cosmic avatars in foil. I almost want to think that that's on purpose. We have 2 packs left. This is pretty fast for me, doing a whole box opening, all things considered. We have a lot of the commons we've already seen. I think we've seen most of the set at this point. Ooh, nice. Second to last pack, we finally see Fly Swatter. 5 cost, splat up to 2 bugs with flying. Now, flying is any bug with the flying thing on the bottom. Got him. Fresh Recruits, we haven't seen that either. Herculean Guard, we haven't seen that either. We're just seeing a whole bunch of new cards. Commander Orchid, yeah, this is a flying card. This is also a good card for a soul. When it's splat, you make 2 unaligned Ant Warriors, so you can keep attacking or use your blessing to give them devotion value and keep it rolling. And then final pack, I would say give me the final pack luck, but I had the first pack luck, so I don't think I need final pack luck. But we could just see what we got here. Another Candy Stripe Knight, like to see that. Hive Sneak, Kitchen Thieves, Magnifying Blast, Dave Swiftfoot, that's a good one. He can equip everything for 0. He was very good in the playtest stage. There were like whole decks that were just kind of, they were doing their thing, but then they just had like the Dave Swiftfoot package where they just have a bunch of items, the cheaper items like the Acorn Helm and the Bottle Cap Shield and the Rusty Nail, and they just put everything on Dave, and he'd just be really annoying because you'd have to pay $1 million with Das Boot to kill him, and he would just attack and be a menace. And that's it. That is our box of Shard Bugs. We had 1 secret rare, 3 super rares, including the best one, probably, the Black Locust, and probably the second best one. This is like the best box you could get. This is the best box. I don't think it gets better. I just said the same thing twice in a row. It's hard to see these with the way I've lit the space. But that is 1 box of Shard Bugs. Here, look at my mountain of sin. My mountain of packs. So there will be some gameplay videos coming soon. I have a friend coming over, I think shortly, to play the game. So I need to get opening so I can build some decks. Anyway, I'll see you then. 2 lanes. Bug. Shard Bug! Box opening right now! What a bitch, boy card game! Shard Bug box! And I'm gonna open it! The whole thing! What a bitch! Dang it, I did it so good.
What a bitch. But
You know what? We're just gonna keep going.